Hello, welcome back to another review on the channel. I have my brother join with me. Sally's not wearing an X-Men shirt, which I had shown in the thumbnail, so...
Ooh! Okay, I'll give you that pass.
But yeah, the reason I have him included in this video, as I'm 2 years late on making, I could have done this myself, but the reason I wanted to include him in it was because I introduced him to Peak, which would be X-Men 97. Now with Season 2 right around the corner, now's the perfect time for me to discuss my thoughts on Season 1. And I have taken notes, Dave, for what topics to discuss about, because... how much do you remember from X-Men?
I don't remember, like, most things with ties.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I took notes to jog up your memory specifically, but... Right then. Alright, I'm gonna try not to make this too long because Dee just told me just now, last minute. I know we had this plan, but... How long do we got? 30 minutes?
Well, that's all you're saying, so I guess 30 minutes, yes.
Okay, it's probably best to make this quick, shall we? So I'll just read whatever I wrote on my notes and just insert images in the background, and then I'll let Dee take over for whatever topics he wants to discuss about. After watching the original 90 animated series, I had a changed opinion or mindset of how I viewed the X-Men. I got to understand them better, and my god, did Fox do them so dirty in the movies. So glad that they're back home with Marvel so that they can do them proper justice to these characters. I really dug the original animated series, but after watching X-Men 97, oh my god. This is easily Marvel's best show. Not only on Disney Plus, but their best show ever. Also off topic, if you hear background noise or noise in the background, that's our dad watching the World Cup. So, apologies for that. X-Men 97, I'd say, is a superior sequel to the original series, and the best compliment I can give their series is that it feels like I'm watching a Saturday morning cartoon, but my god, it has no right being this damn good. It's freaking fantastic. I don't know where to begin on the pros, because I barely got any negatives to say about X-Men 97. I'm obsessed with the animation style, the action is epic to watch, and it's well written in terms of story and dialogue. So Dee, any comment to add about X-Men 97?
Honestly, I really like the theme song and how that goes, and then, yeah, the animation seems a lot more vibrant and cartoonish, of course. And I really like Magneto and, like, his character in the show. And I also liked how, like, the entire show portrays about how their life is, and, like, how they also just want to try to, like, help people even though they, like, treat them as friends. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, wanna know something crazy I realized? The way they treat mutants is the same way... It's them being racist to mutants. And that kind of, like, mirrors our real-life world events with other people that aren't white.
Yeah.
But Magneto, no, I think Magneto, like, of course, Wolverine is still my favorite X-Men to this... Whoops, I'm gonna give him the other claw, because we're sharing the claws for this video. But no, Wolverine's still my favorite X-Men, but Magneto, oh my god. He may be my second or third favorite mutant, because now I have, well, Cyclops, I'll have him as second favorite, because I didn't realize how much of a badass he was in the original series, and especially X-Men 97, but Magneto, oh, I feel like I can relate to him somewhat. I feel like I can relate to all the mutants. I don't know if I said this in my original series review on the 90s animated series, but I feel like I can relate to the mutants when it comes to their powers, because I'm autistic, and I don't know. I don't know how to properly explain it, but me being autistic with how I am, I feel like I can relate to the X-Men and the mutants overall. But with Magneto, I don't see him as a villain. Yes, he's done villainous acts in the past, as he's been a bad guy, but he's not a terrible person. He has a purpose that may not be for the right intention. Well, it is for the right intention. I don't know how to properly explain, but he does care for mutant kind. He just hates humans. He wants what's best for mutants. But I don't see him much as a villain. And I can't wait to see who they cast for Magneto in the MCU. I know we're bringing back the original X-Men, but well, that's just for, like, fan service for Doomsday, and unfortunately they're gonna get killed off, because it's pretty obvious.
Why do you say that?
Because why would they bring them back? Also, I'm not saying that. It's what other people are saying. They may kill them off.
Okay, well,
but also, they're not going to be like the main X-Men for the MCU. They're just bringing them in for Doomsday for fan service, which I'm glad for, but whoever they cast as Magneto. I'm hoping they actually I shouldn't be concerned about how they. I shouldn't be worried, honestly, for how they're gonna portray Magneto in the MCU, because with what they've done with X-Men '97, they're gonna do the same with the live-action reboot for the X-Men. But no, I'd say Magneto's my third favorite mutant from the X-Men overall. But moving on to my thoughts on the first two episodes. They really had me hooked into this revival series. Now, I'm still a Wolverine fan, but I didn't realize how much of a badass Cyclops is, and I still can't believe Fox did this dude so dirty in his movies. Now, I thought episode 1 was great, but episode 2 blew me away with what they did with Magneto by turning him into a hero. I love what they did with Magneto in this series. Yeah, he's a villain at times, but you understand why he hates humans and wants what's best for mutant kind. Though I couldn't believe what they had did to Storm and Jean Grey. For Storm, she loses her powers by Executioner, that is the leader of the Friends of Humanity. She does get them back in episode 6 thanks to the help of Forge, who was sadly responsible for making the mutant collars. As for Jean, Mr. Sinister had cloned her because he had evil plans for Nathan Summers, aka Cable, aka Cyclops and Jean Grey's son. But while we free the clone from Sinister's control, it creates a conflict between Jean Grey and the clone with Scott Summers. Specifically their relationship, since they are like a couple. Well, a married couple, actually. But for what happened to Madeline's fate halfway through the series is heartbreaking. Having to watch the original...
Madeline? Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, we're gonna get to our thoughts on episode 5 real quick. Having to watch the original series, I love seeing the little references and callbacks they threw in here from the animated series, like Professor X's relationship with the alien bird species that I cannot recall their names at the moment, along with crazy cameos for not just certain mutants, but other heroes like Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Doctor Strange, Daredevil, Hulk and Dagger, freaking Black Panther, but most importantly, Spider-Man. There's a lot to love about Season 1 of X-Men '97. I barely got any negatives to complain about, except for a specific character death that had me devastated. Episode 4 is easily the weakest of the season, as we do get to see the return of Mojo, but first 3 episodes were great to watch. But episode 5 might be the best episode Marvel has ever made, because my god, what an insane episode this was. Before I get to that, any thoughts you want to add about episode 5? Which would be the genocide of Genosha.
No, I just think that... Oh my god, genocide? No. I feel like it's a little bit dark at times.
No, this show is dark at times.
Yeah, but...
I wouldn't say this is a kid's show. I mean, it's for all ages, but...
Yeah.
The kid's show? Hell no. It's got some dark themes. Plus, people die in this. Like, they had the balls to kill off certain characters from the original series. Like, like Leech. Because I know that was a character in the original series, and they killed him off!
That's crazy, dude.
But, continue your thoughts.
No, yeah, I know. I was just saying that, I don't have really any specific thoughts about it. I just thought that I already knew it was going to be crazy from, like, the title from the episode.
Remember Me? Or, oh no, Remember It, I believe. I believe that's the title. I don't know, but nothing could have prepared me for what was gonna go down in episode 5. I mean, like
Cable showed up too. Or
oh no, yeah, that's when he first showed up in that episode for that season specifically. But nothing could have prepared me for what was gonna happen in that episode. I mean, like I was just enjoying the show in these first 4 episodes, but episode 5 is where shit got serious.
Yeah.
Episode 5 was a dark episode as we witnessed a genocide for mutant kind on Genosha by a Godzilla-sized master mold controlling Sentinels. Gambit goes out swinging, saving everyone when he sacrifices himself to destroy the Master Mold, and Rogue is devastated because while she was having a thing for Magneto, which, okay, that had me a little pissed because I was feeling bad for Remy, but she had always loved Gambit even though she couldn't touch him due to her mutant powers. Episodes 6 and 7, okay, I swear to God, I'm not trying to joke 6, 7 right now. Episodes 6 and 7, I'd say, are the calm before the storm with its last 3 episodes, because we find out that Professor X is alive and well, and that Mr. Sinister is working for someone worse than him, that has found a way to make human sentinels to hunt down and destroy mutants, and the main villain for the season is Bastion, which I know
Bastion.
I know you were, like, praising the guy when you first saw him on screen.
Whoa, no,
Well,
guys, I was talking about Magneto.
Okay, I know that you weren't praising Bastion for being like a diabolical villain?
No, thought he looked cool. That's what I was trying to say.
Because I'm trying to recall what were your thoughts
Yeah,
2
like I
years
was
ago.
saying,
Because I had him watch the show when he came to visit for my graduation. I had him binge watch all 10 episodes as it went on from March to May, I believe. That sounds about right. But any other comments to add about Bastion?
Well, to be honest, you remind me a lot like not Doomsday.
Not Doctor Doom, you mean?
No, like he reminded me like in DC, like the I forgot what his name was.
Okay, describe him to me.
No, he's literally like the Thanos for DC.
DC. Do you mean Darkseid?
Okay, yeah, Darkseid. Like he reminded me a little bit like Darkseid with this.
That would go to Apocalypse, who's like the Thanos villain for the X-Men.
Oh yeah, you're so right. Well, what I was trying to say with that really was that I thought he looked really cool.
Episode 8 starts off with a crazy and insane 3-part finale for Season 1 as Magneto has had enough trying Charles' way as he reverts back to his villain form in Episode 9, and some of the X-Men even join him as Roberto is unhappy about his mom giving him away to the Friends of Humanity, while Rogue is still upset about Remy being dead.
Oh yeah, no, okay. No.
Yeah, no, because, oh right, Roberto's like a new character introduced in this season, but
Yeah, I remember like they had to choose sides. Like I wouldn't say choose sides, but like they chose to stay with.
yeah, they chose to be with Magneto because Roberto, he's unhappy about how his mom just gave him away to the Friends of Humanity, while Rogue has a thing for Magneto, apparently, which I was like, okay, not sure how I feel about this, but is upset about Gambit being dead, who they might try to bring him back in Season 2,
Almost definitely.
because then make him part of the Four Horsemen. Like something about the Four Horsemen, which is a thing Apocalypse has. That's like his henchmen.
Yeah.
I thought Episode 8 was crazy, as 6 and 7 were the calm before the storm, but Episode 9 ends off on an insane cliffhanger with Magneto ripping the adamantium out of Wolverine's body since he can control metal.
That was crazy,
I
bro.
want to know what's even more crazy? That's a comic panel they recreated. That's, like, I saw people talking about it on Twitter, but I completely lost my shit when that happened, because I thought he killed off Wolverine, but that was insane! It's such an insane way to end off an episode!
It makes sense because like it's literally metal.
Yeah, it's adamantium, one of the strongest metal on Earth. Stronger than vibranium, currently in the MCU specifically.
Yeah.
The goal was to bring the power back while also stopping Bastion in the process by shutting him off with a collar, as he's basically the descendant of Master Mold. I really liked Bastion as a villain. Might be the best X-Men villain in both the original and revival series so far. Bro was a straight up menace, and he definitely had a presence throughout Season 1, especially Episode 5, though I did enjoy seeing Mr. Sinister again as a villain, and I also enjoyed the season finale. But I really loved the dynamic between Professor X and Magneto about their viewpoints on mutant kind. These last 3 episodes were insane on so many levels, especially when Bastion got an upgrade by ripping out of Cable's arm. Though I don't think he died. He could come back, but that's just me. Now, any comment to add for like these last 3 episodes of X-Men 97? Because it's the... well, I forgot what was the title name. Something to do with tolerance? Something with tolerance. It's part 1, 2, and 3. 8 was where they had to fight a bunch of human sentinels, but then by the end of it, Magneto shut power throughout the entire planet, including the human sentinels.
To be honest, I don't know if I really have a specific or like any type of specific comments with that. Because like I said, I mean, I can't remember most of it, but I do remember Magneto doing a lot of things, and then about the Sentinels too. But I don't think I really have nothing much about that though. No.
I keep forgetting that. Oh wait, one comment I will add to. You know Morph? You know that is able to shapeshift into mutants, but also shapeshift into the Hulk?
Yeah.
I think he's got a thing for Wolverine, because in the last episode, he says, Jean's not here. She can't say it, but I can. Logan, I love you. Like, I feel like that was his way of admitting his feelings to Logan.
Yeah.
And also, there was another scene in episode 3 where he thought that Logan was taking a shower, but it wasn't him, it was Mr. Sinister. And, like, I think he's got a thing for Wolverine. I completely forgot about that when watching Season 1 2 years ago. So, yeah, I'm curious to know where that's going to go, since Logan still has a thing for Jean Grey because we had a love triangle thing going on with Logan,
Jean
Scott,
Grey.
and Jean Grey. Though there were
Jean
two
Grey.
Jean Greys, Logan could have taken one of them, except one of them's the
Evil,
mother of.
yeah.
Well, no, not evil. She was. They were able to break free.
Oh.
The actual Jean Grey was able to break free of her control from Mr. Sinister. But
I could have sworn there was two of her though.
yes, there was the clone and the real Jean Grey. The
Yeah, the
clone
clone.
is the one that gave birth to Nathan Summers, aka
Yeah,
Cable,
I remember that.
and that was creating conflict with their
Yeah.
relationship with
Mhm.
the actual Jean Grey and Scott Summers.
Yeah, no, I remember that now.
Yeah, and no, I couldn't believe they killed off Madeline. I was like, oh, sweet, we got two Jean Greys, but. Oh, Jesus criminy. But yeah, episode 4, as I said, this is the weakest episode. It's basically two stories happening in one. While we have the first half is just celebrating Jubilee's 18th birthday, I believe, and she and Roberto get stuck in a video game that Mojo created, Motendo.
Nintendo. Oh yeah.
You
I actually
remember the
like that
big
one.
fat? I don't know what the hell he is. I'm curious if he's ever gonna debut in the MCU. I would not mind seeing him.
Who?
Mojo, I believe is his name. I'll have to insert an image. He's like big. He's all about viewership. Like, oh, views. All about entertainment. You know, just like, are you not entertained? And he created this game, and where
What
he
does
has.
he look like?
You may have to look him up on Google. Search up X-Men Mojo. I'll just do it myself. Hang on. It should be Mojo. X-Men Mojo. Search him up. Yeah, he did have like a diet, and then he just reverted back to his true form.
Oh, okay. No, I see now. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that guy. That's him. Yeah, that's him right there. And then the other half was part 1, Life and Death, where Storm is meeting with Forge about getting her powers back, and then part 2 is in episode 6. But at the same time, what's happening in episode 6 is Professor X trying to convince the council about the marriage between him and the She-Ra or something. I can't remember the alien species names, but they try to convince them about their approving the marriage or something because the sister is a bit of a bad person. But then Professor X just drops everything as soon as he senses something bad had happened on Genosha, especially with Gambit being dead. He literally just drops everything and heads back to Earth to help his X-Men.
Right. No, Professor X.
Yeah, Charles Xavier.
Yeah, he was like with this entire different species.
Alien species.
Species, yeah, and like had this type of armor on him, and now like
That would help him walk, because he can't walk.
yeah, he can't walk now. I was like, oh, broken walk now.
Yeah, because I guess he's crippled. I forgot how that happened originally.
Well, we saw in the movie, but that's not like
Well, yeah, that-
really accurate though.
No, I'm not. Oh, right. Yeah, First Class. Yeah, but I'm not sure that's how it happened in the comics. I know in the end of season 5, Professor X was quote unquote assassinated by one of the evil. I forgot their names. I know there's two. They're like important characters for X-Men. One being. Damn it! I can't remember their names. I'm so bad at names. I'll insert the images in the background, but one of them got arrested for trying to assassinate Charles Xavier. That was at the end of season 5 of the original series, which
Yeah.
leads into X-Men 97, and Charles left the X-Men in his will for Magneto to take over. And no, Magneto was the best part of season 1. We can both agree on that.
Magneto was definitely the best part about that.
Yeah, he definitely he was MVP for me.
He was MVP for me. I like the.
Did I
design
mention
of him.
anything about who was the MVP in my notes? I'm not too sure, but I don't know. How many minutes have we been recording? 21. Okay, I might as well finish off this. Any other final comments to add?
No, I just in the trailer I loved how Wolverine at the end of the trailer would did the
Oh, you
yeah.
want to do that?
Hmm?
You got the other one. Yeah. We're back, baby.
Yeah, like he did
Well,
that
that was for
one.
season 2, but alright, the post-credit scene. No. Oh, right. Okay. Haven't rewatched it because like he said, he can't remember much because he's only seen it once. I've now seen it twice. I'd say twice now. first, I tried having my mom check it out, though she'd be falling asleep a couple of times, but I've seen it once and twice recently because I wanted to prep myself for season 2 as that's coming out soon, but no. So they were able to, so by the end, they were able to, so like, Wolverine is fine, though he may become Savage Wolverine because the adamantium's been removed. He may have his bone claws again because there's going to be like a...
Ooh, bone claws.
Yeah, but he may get the adamantium back, as we saw in the trailer for Season 2 of X-Men 97, but no. So, though the planet, or not planet, the island, or whatever ship that Magneto pulled out of the ocean, pulled up to space.
Didn't he? Yeah, and he brought all the people that wanted to go with him in that island.
Yeah, I would not do that.
What? Oh, that?
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to break these.
That's fair.
Yeah, but no. So, like, that was coming down because the government wasn't sure what... They had, like, a failsafe to get rid of Magneto's island or whatever it's called, but it backfired on them, but the X-Men came together to prevent it from creating an asteroid extinction level, because that was coming down. No, Bastion was coming up there! He took the arm, upgraded himself, he was going to bring that down, and boom, just kill all of humanity. And plus, mutants as well! Yeah! But no, they were able to, like, bring it back up to space, but then, out of nowhere, it just, poof, disappeared! And that's what I'm thinking, well, that's what I'm wondering, what the hell happened, and how all of a sudden did they just went back in time, where some of the group has been split up. The X-Men has been split up to different time periods in the past and in the future. Like the first episode for season 2 is going to be titled Days of Past Futures, which would be famously like Days of Future Past, but instead Past Future. But okay, so for Rogue, Nightcrawler. Oh, Nightcrawler was a badass. I enjoyed Nightcrawler. You don't know who Nightcrawler is?
No, I know who Nightcrawler is.
Yeah, he teamed up with Wolverine to protect Rogue.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting that Rogue and Nightcrawler are related because their mother is Mystique. I forgot that was a thing in the original series, but no. So Nightcrawler, Rogue, Professor X, Magneto, and Beast, they all transported to a time where they meet young Apocalypse, where we're gonna get a 2-episode part of the Rise of Apocalypse. But while Jean Grey and Scott Summers go to a time period where they find where their son is at, because they sent him into the future because Mr. Sinister had infected him with something that would end up controlling him later in the series. But no, they get to meet their son, who's a teenager at this time period, while the rest of the gang is elsewhere. But so Forge and Bishop's mission, along with Jubilee and Roberto, or I guess Sunspot, because they're back on their timeline, which is 1997. Their goal is to bring them back into the 90s, because they've been teleported somewhere else, not where, more like when. But I think Apocalypse may be responsible for that. I don't know. I'm knowing, like, it even ending with a to be continued. And I was like, are you kidding me? I knew it was going to end off on a cliffhanger. And now I'm just thinking to myself, season 2 may end off on a crazy cliffhanger. Something to set up with Onslaught, whatever the hell that is in X-Men comics or more. I'm not too sure what that is, but no. So that ends with a to be continued, but with a post-credit scene of Apocalypse at Genosha, and he has a card, one of Gambit's cards. He's going to revive him and turn him into one of the 4 horsemen. Oh, snap. I'm not sure.
That's going to be good, though, isn't it?
Slightly bad, maybe? I'm not too sure.
Why do you say slightly bad?
Because the 4 horsemen is like his evil henchman. He turned one of the you know the one mutant that has feathered wings? He turned him into one of his henchmen, the 4 horsemen, in the original series. I remember that. Mystique tricked him into becoming his 4 horsemen, but... Anyways, you don't got much... What would you rate it out of 10?
Definitely like an 8 or a 9.
8 or a 9? Dude, this is like the best show. This is the best...
No, I know. No,
okay, well, most for season 1. You gave that for season 1.
Yeah, it's because it's, I don't know. I guess I gave it,
It's
I
fine.
honestly don't even know why I said an 8. Because I really did like the show.
Yeah, no,
No,
I
I did
I
like-
enjoyed it.
I did like the song with it, so at least
The theme song, which
I'll give it a 9.
wait, you. I don't know if you. I'm not sure if you remember this. Do you know this little YouTube series we watched at Jesse and Brenda's, little Batman or like little Avengers?
Yeah.
You know that theme song they played for that?
Hmm.
It was the X-Men theme. I always loved that theme, but I never knew it was the X-Men's theme. But oh my god, I'm obsessed with the X-Men theme. But I'm also obsessed with the music, specifically these two scores composed by the Newton brothers. Who, man, wait, can we do that thing that? Yeah, this is the Newton brothers creating. Oh no, wait, this be X-Men '97, Daredevil, Born Again, and the middle is Newton brothers because they both compose theme scores for Daredevil and X-Men. Just both revival series that they made peak music with both of those because I'm obsessed listening to their song. And they've also composed the FNAF movies as well.
No, I know. I was gonna say like they composed the music for those too.
Yeah, but no, X-Men '97 I say is the best show to come out in 2024 for me. But okay, on to my final comment. Overall, I loved this series. This just became Marvel's best show ever. The writing and dialogue is brilliant, and the animation and fight scenes are my favorite to watch on screen. Cyclops is a badass, but I always love to see Professor X and Magneto on screen. This is easily the best show to come out in 2024 for me. If I had to give this a rating, it's an easy 10 out of 10, and I cannot wait for Season 2 to come out, because that Season 1 finale was insane. No other comment to add?
Oh, nope.
Well, with that being said, that's pretty much our thoughts on X-Men '97 that is now streaming on Disney Plus, all 10 episodes. Unfortunately, we're only going to be getting 9 episodes, which I'm a bit annoyed. Why 9? Why 9? That's the same issue with Daredevil Born Again, because, well, though, I feel like with Daredevil Born Again Season 2, the reason we didn't get 9 episodes was because all the budget for the 9th episode went into the Punisher special presentation, which he still needs to finish, by the way. You still gotta finish that.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I watched that with Bella a while ago, recently, while you were out with her, hanging out with Gabe, but any expectations for Season 2?
No, just hopefully to see the X-Men one.
Yeah, I heard that we don't have to wait because sadly we had to wait 2 years for a new season, but the gap between 2 and 3 is going to be pretty short, so we may get Season 3 probably early 2027, which has me excited. Well, with that being said, if you have seen the series, or specifically Season 1, be sure to leave your thoughts, comments down below, and if you agree or disagree. And, yeah, he gave it a 9 out of 10. I gave it a 10 out of 10 for both Season 1 and the show as a whole, because, oh my god, this is Marvel's best. It's better than She-Hulk, and most importantly, Secret Invasion.
Oh, see, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, Secret Invasion was wasted. You'll know my thoughts on that, because I still need to finish the other. I'm only like 3 episodes, and I gotta rewatch the other half. Oh god, I was rewatching it last summer. God damn. Okay, I'm gonna end off here. Actually, I'm just gonna. How should we end off? Should we just end off cueing the X-Men theme?
Yeah, it's just like randomly like. Oh wait, you don't have an outro, so like I don't know how.
I'll figure it out. We'll just do something like.
No, like basically what I was saying that like at any point, at any moment while I'm talking,
You just randomly just put the X-Men '97.
How would that? How would? Oh, demonstrate it to me.
Like for example, how
hang on.
I'm talking right now, and then right now it's
or something.
yeah, you just put
You
the
know,
thing.
well, what has me a little pissed? I've been bugging this dude.
shirt is nice. I'm sorry.
I know, but I kept bugging him to wear this shirt. Look at this shirt. It's X-Men. I want us to wear X-Men shirts. You know what? I'm gonna kick his ass for this.